Hey everyone, I'm Bethany from Arcana. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about boundaries, especially the kind that protect your energy and your peace in high pressure environments. High performers, especially those in leadership, sales, medicine, law, consulting, or even caregiving roles, often feel compelled to say yes, not just once or twice, but constantly. Here's why. Number one, praise conditioning from early life. Most high achievers were rewarded early on for being compliant, helpful, self sacrificing, or just quote unquote good. You might have heard things like, you're so mature, or you're such a hard worker, or you always go the extra mile. This praise becomes internalized. And over time, being valuable equals saying yes, regardless of personal cost. Reason number two, success culture rewards overextension. Corporate and entrepreneurial culture glorifies the grind. The more you say yes, the more valuable you're seen. The busier your calendar, the more important you must be. The more responsibilities you juggle, the more you're seen as a leader. Saying no, often seen as weak, selfish, or not a team player. Number three, fear of being seen as replaceable or difficult. High performers often have a fear-based belief. If I don't say yes, someone else will, and I'll fall behind. This leads to hyper availability and emotional people pleasing, especially in competitive, fast paced environments. Number four, caretaker identity. Now, women are especially socialized to meet everyone else's needs before their own, but this applies to men as well. They feel like the nurturer, the helper, the emotional anchor. Saying no feels like a betrayal of identity. It triggers guilt. So instead, they override their own exhaustion again and again. And finally, number five, unconscious self-worth tied to output. Many high performers equate saying yes with being needed, and being needed with being loved. If I say no, I'll lose my value. If I set boundaries, I'll disappoint people. If I rest, I'm not contributing. This becomes an identity loop that feeds burnout from the inside out. Now, the reframe, saying no is not a rejection. It's a reclamation. You don't need to prove your worth by being available to everyone else, especially if it means becoming unavailable to yourself. If the idea of saying no makes your chest tighten, you're not alone. But I promise, there's a way to honor your limits without burning bridges. Shift number one. Boundaries are an act of self-respect, not rejection. Saying no isn't mean, it's honest. And the right people will respect that clarity. You have the opportunity to teach people how to treat you. Shift number two, use clear, compassionate scripts. Some examples would be, I'd love to help, but I'm at capacity this week. Or let me get back to you once I've checked my bandwidth. Shift number three, release the guilt. Guilt is not always a sign that you're doing something wrong. Often it's just a sign that you're doing something new. We've been conditioned to believe that we have to be there for everyone all the time. And you just don't. So, want more scripts and mindset tools? Check out our website in the link below. You're not selfish for protecting your energy. You're sustainable.